Hello, good morning. This is Parameshwara Pasamani. Today I'm going to discuss about my presentation topic, personal expense tracker. Introduction: the PET is a mobile app built in Android Studio to manage personal finances. Key features like user authentication, expense tracking with geolocation, history with filters, charts, dark mode, and SQLite storage. And the main goal of this presentation is help users to track expenses and make their financial decisions. And the use case diagram, the diagram shows user interactions with PAT. In this diagram, actors like user, packages, authentication, expense management, insights, customization, data persistence. Key use cases: registers, login and expense, view history, generate charts, toggle dark mode, and store data locally. The use case diagram, actor use case interactions. User navigates to register screen, enters username, email or password. System validates input and saves data to SQLite. Success message displayed on the allowing login. The login, user enters credentials, system verifies against SQLite, navigates to expense entry on success, add expenses, user inputs title, amount, category, date, geolocation, auto-fetched via Google Maps API. Manual location input if geolocation fails, expense saved to SQLite. Generate charts. Inside screen fetches SQLite data, creates pie or bar charts using MP Android charts. Toggle dark mode. In this toggle dark mode settings, screen allows switching UI theme. System updates instantly. Emphasize user-friendly visualization and customization. This diagram outlines the main actors and use cases in the expenses tracker app. User is the primary actor interacting with features like registration, login, adding expenses, viewing history, generating insights, toggling dark mode, and storing data locally. Class diagram, key classes, user, expenses history, insight customization, repository, storage. On the relationships, user to expenses one to many, expense history to insight one to many, repository and DAO handle SQLite operations for data management. And so, in this PET structure, user expenses history, insight, customization, repository, storage, and DAO. Relationships, user to expenses one to many, expenses history to expense insights one to many, repository and DAO management, SQLite operations. And, and the modular design ensures scalability and efficient data handling. And the design patterns used in PET, MVVM and the view model. MVVM separates model view model for data binding. Repository abstracts data access, singleton single storage instance. Observer live data for real-time UI updates. Factory chart creations. DAO for isolates SQLite CRUD operations for maintainability. And the MVVM design patterns advantages, separation of concerns. MVVM divides the app into three components: model, view, and view model. This makes the app easier to maintain, test, and extend as each component has a specific responsibility. And data binding and testability. MVVM allows automatic synchronization of data between the view and view model, making the UI recreates two changes without needing to write extra code for UI all updates. And also testability, since the view model handles business logic and independent of the UI, it becomes easier to write unit tests the app functionality. And also the real world analogy, MVVM is likely a TV remote. The model is the actual TV, the view is the screen you see UI, and the view model is the remote control logic which sends commands to the change the data. And sequence diagram, User PET app, Google Maps API, SQLite key scenarios, register, login and expense, view history, view insights, toggle dark mode. These are the sequence diagrams in this presentation. And interactions flow, user inputs credentials, app verifies with SQLite valid credentials, redirect to expense entry, invalid credentials if in case display login failed to message prompt retry. And the add expenses, view insights, add expenses, user input details, app fetches geolocation or user uses manual input, saves to SQLite, view insights, fetches SQLite data, generates charts, displays and visualization, highlights seamless interaction with Google Maps API and MP Android chart, and visualizes flow, register, login and expenses with geolocation success or failure and more. Alternate scenarios ensure robustness, example handling invalid credentials or geolocation failure, emphasize clear system interactions. Screen, I mean, screens like logins, expenses entry, expenses history, insights, and also settings, navigation, login, expenses entry, history, or insights or settings. View models use live data for reactive UI updates. And login screen. These are the login screen. You personal expenses tracker allows username or password entry for success access. Successful login redirects to expenses entry. Includes sign up and forgot password options for usability. And also expenses entry screen. User input expenses details, title, amount, category, date, geolocation tagged via Google Maps API. Manually enter options available. Save expenses button stores data in SQLite. And also expenses history screen displays expenses in a list, supports filters, category, date, empty state message shown if no expenses recorded, highlight user friendly expenses tracking. And inside screens visualizes spending via pie or bar charts, MP Android chart, filters by month or year for detailed analysis, helps user understand spending patterns and make financial decisions. And the settings screen toggle or dark mode for UI customization, options for automatic report generation and other preferences, enhances user experience with personalization. And these are the test plans, test case, description, expected outcome, status, register user, description, register user, a new user with valid username, email and password, and the expected outcome was a user is registered and data is saved to SQLite, the status is passed. And also view expense history, retrieve and display the expenses history, and list of expenses displayed and the status is passed. Comprehensive testing, register, login and expense view history, generate charts, edge cases, invalid email, geolocation failure, no data, all tests passed, ensuring app reliability and functionality. And these are the conclusion critical evaluation performance optimized with a singleton security. A basic encryption recommends Jetpack security for token-based authentication. Scalability, MVVM and a repository enable growth. Suggests Firebase for cloud backup.